What's up guys, the Tallman18 here, and today we have another deck profile, and this time it's on zombies. I could say honestly this is my favorite deck. It doesn't have much defense really, but it's still my favorite deck. And you'll see what I mean by the defense, but there's actually like good defense as well with extra, but we'll get into it. This deck has been through quite a lot of revisions by taking one or two cards out as of recently, or a while back taking like 5 cards out even. But yeah, I currently like this revision the best. And well, let's hop right into it. We run one Armageddon Knight. This guy is a must because it will send all the darks you need in your graveyard, such as Zephyros, Blue-Blooded Oni, your Maliciouses, your Plague Spreaders, and well, that's pretty much it actually. But if you combo it with Zombie World and Terraforming, with Zombie World, you can actually send more darks through Zombie Master, through Mizuki, through Blue-Blooded Oni, so that's why we run triple Zombie World and triple Terraform, because we want Zombie World in the field, because not only will it help us with cards that aren't zombies like Armageddon Knight or other level 4s or even Synchros with Mizuki, it'll also be the main target to bounce with Zephyros. So the second card, Zephyros, because well, you need it, it controls your graveyard amount to help with Dad, and it'll bounce your Zombie World, so it combos really nicely with Zombie World. Blue-Blooded Oni, a lot of you may not know this card, but basically it just spams rank 4s. If this card is face up on the field, you can detach one material from a face up Exceed monster you have to target a level 4 zombie monster in my graveyard and summon it. It has to be level 4. So if you have Zombie World in the field, you can summon your Armageddon Knight and use its effect again, or any other level 4 zombie, which is pretty much all the zombies in this deck except Plague Spreader. So yeah, it just spams rank 4s over and over to spam more bubble chains, and maybe the last one being 101 or Exciton Knight. So moving on, we have Dad. That's you have a lot of graveyard control in this deck. Cards that control your graveyard are Mizuki, are Plague Spreader, Malicious, even Zephyros. So a lot of your cards control your graveyard and Dad. So it's quite easy to get 3 darks in your graveyard with Dad, as long as you don't draw it too late anyway. Dark Grepher, it's basically another Armageddon Knight, but I find it better, especially if you have a dark in your hand like Malicious or Plague Spreader or Zephyros or Oni or any dark monster that wants to be in the graveyard. You can +2 off of it right now. Like if you had Plague or Malicious in your hand, you automatically got your 8 Synchro. By sending Malicious, send Plague, or sending Plague, send Malicious, use their effects, you got your level 8 Synchro. And you could also special summon it by discarding Malicious, most likely. Rarely Dad, never use Dad, so I'll just say never. But you can send Malicious to summon, special summon Dark Grepher, then you can normal summon to level 4, and there's your rank 4. Triple Malicious, he's one of the main cards in this deck. It'll make your rank 6s, and it'll make your level 8 Synchros. Triple Goblin Zombie for the search power. Triple Mizuki, because that's the must, you need it. And Triple Plague, because you need it as well. I ran only 2, but now with rank up magic, I'll explain later, I like to run 3, plus it controls your graveyard, and plus if you have one that's banished and you need another, you can always send another Plague. Snipe Hunter is more or less the last resort card. It pops a bunch of cards. If you're unlucky, you'll get 1s or 6s, but mainly it's used to like ditch the monsters you need in your graveyard, like Plague, Mizuki, Zephyros, Oni, and Malicious. So not only does it help you by sending the monsters you want in the graveyard, but it also pops your opponent's cards too. We run double tour guide, no need for 3, because the only rank 3 run is Levier, and Levier is just used to get back your Plague Spreader or your Mizuki, and it just helps more with combos. Double Master, no need for 3. I may even try 1. I've hardly been using him actually. You can actually like make 3 level 8 Synchros with no Mizuki. With no Zombie Master. So it's just, I definitely don't want to run 3 anymore. But it's in here because it summons more, instant rank 4s, possible Synchro for 6 if you need to, and you know what Zombie Master does. Allure for draw power. Book of Life, just 1 because a lot of the times your opponent will not have a monster in the graveyard. And if you have Zombie World in the field, you can summon your level 8 Synchros, or anything like that, any monster basically. Bird from a Different Dimension with Triple Plague and Triple Mizuki. Burial is an amazing card, especially if you draw it and you have like 3 Mizuki's banished. You win basically. Dark Hole, explanatory. I also tech 1 Destiny draw. Most of the time I draw it, I actually get to use it. But if not, I can just return to the top of the deck with Plague Spreader effect and then shuffle it with Malicious effect. It's just there to ditch your Malicious if you don't have a Greffer or anything. And most of the time I draw a Destiny draw, I actually do end up using it. Foolish Burial to send the monsters you need in the graveyard. I also tech another Hand Destruction because several times I will have like more than 1 monster in my hand that I want to send to the graveyard. So if I could send them both to the graveyard and then draw 2, that's just amazing pluses right there. Duality, we special summon a lot in this deck, but let's say you're going first, or let's say you just can't do anything, 1 Duality will help you a lot. So I run 1. Rank Up Magic the 7th one. This is like the newest addition to this deck. If you don't know what this does, is basically when you draw it for your draw phase, you activate it, and you'll basically summon C107. It summons 107, and then you automatically summon a the C version of it. And Neo Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon is the best one. And the reason why I run it is because, well, if you draw it, that's a nice top deck. Or let's say you drew it for like a starting hand, or you drew it through Hand Destruction or anything like that, or Lure of Darkness. You can control it and make it the draw of your next turn with Plague Spreader. I would just use Malicious first, and then return Rank Up Magic to your hand to summon Plague, and then you know your next card is like the best top deck in the game, Rank Up Magic. Next we run 2 Reinforcements, so 2 Rotas. Even though I only have 2 targets, Armageddon Knight and Dark Greffer, I want them in my hand. I want Armageddon Knight, I want Dark Greffer. It sets up my combos, it sets up my plays, it sets up my graveyards, it's a must. So I'm running 2 just to guarantee like the better chances of getting it, which is kind of a redundant thing to say. And if you drew it and you already have you have no target, then well, you can just still return it to your deck with Plague Spreader and then shuffle it with Malicious, so you won't draw it next. Well, most likely. Soul Charge, that's explanatory, and then the triple Terror and the triple Zombie World, because this deck revolves around Zombie World. For the extra deck, we have Vehizel, that's a guarantee with Plague and Malicious. Doom Kaiser, this is one of the 3 level / rank 6s in here. This card is amazing with Zombie World. It will basically summon any monster from your opponent's graveyard if you have Zombie World. It's mostly used to rank into 6s if they have a level 6 or anything like that. It's just a good card, the best level 6 to use in this deck. The other 3 level 8 synchros are Scrap Dragon, Stardust, and Void. They're the best cards in the hand right now. Best cards in the hand. They're the best level 8 synchros for this deck. And with Void, especially with Plague, you can definitely make your hand 0 cards. So you can guarantee Void to work. 2 of the rank 6s are Constellar, Ptolemy M7, and Photon Strike Bouncer. Bouncer is the only card in here that helps you negate monster effects, so it's there just if you need it. And M7 just to bounce if you need it as well. Exciton Knight, because it's Exciton Knight. And Triple Chain, because with Oni and with everything, you just need Triple Chain. I used to run 2, but I was crazy. You need 3. Every single time, I wanted the 3rd chain, because I didn't want to make a useless Exciton or a useless 101. I wanted the 3rd chain. So 3 level chains is a must. Levy Air, explained it. 101 is a must. 107 and C107 because of Rank Up Magic. What C107 does is, if your summon goes through with no bottomless or no warning or anything, you detach its material, so it would be 107, and then it'll negate all face-up cards on the field, and also your opponent cannot activate cards on the field. So it's like a straight poke 4500 if they have no monsters. And well, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the deck. I will have a video of duels. I also have another video of duels as well on my previous videos. And well, I hope you like the deck. Any ideas or thoughts or tech cards, please let me know. Thank you for watching.